Man, what kind of video is this, Bryant? Man, it's gonna be your first and last video in the gaming community. I understand that you're trying to be some form of a comedian, man, but what are you talking about? Oh, should I say, what do you mean by black people prefer PlayStation? Now, maybe your black ass do, but at the end of the day, bro, I play on all platforms. And what's even more funny about this, bro, why do you look like the dude from the Nutty Professor, man? Now that's what's crazy to me. White folks is different. What?
Man, white people in Target be rude as shit. Act like it's a competition or something. Like we about to compete for a charcuterie board. First.
Unbelievable. I can't believe you just said that.
Silence! I can't take this shit no more. You ain't talking about me enough, boy.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this right now, Brian, bro. You know, you need to just go back to what you're doing, bro, because apparently you can't even make people laugh either, bro. But we're gonna check out your video and see what your black behind has to say in regards to why black people prefer PlayStation.
My name's Tamir, and this is my show, I Love the Internet. Today, we're going to discuss why black people prefer to play PlayStation over the Xbox. Or do they? Is this an urban legend, or is there a historical basis for black folks' PlayStation
Historical
preference?
basis, bro. This man acting like this is black history, but what is you talking about, bro? This is video games, man. You know, he's probably one of those dudes to say that, oh, black people picked up the Sega Genesis because, you know, it had all them sports games and, you know, black people, they run fast. You got Sonic the Hedgehog. Ain't nobody want to play Mario when you out here exploring, you know. But then as soon as you go and talk about Donkey Kong Country, he wants to sit there and tell you that's that's racist. Bro, what are we doing, man? Like, I just discovered this video and I'm like, yo, what is this dude talking about? Black people prefer PlayStation.
Break this issue down to understand.
Like, what does this even mean?
There are three main reasons why it is perceived that black people prefer PlayStation.
Uh-oh.
First, PlayStations are the better-selling console worldwide. Since 1994, roughly 563.2
Okay, but what does this have anything to do with black people?
million units of Sony's PlayStation have been sold, compared to Microsoft, which has sold roughly 187 million consoles since the release of the original Xbox. That's a difference of almost 400 million all-time console sales.
All-time console sales?
Oh, Sony commanded nearly half of the best-selling consoles all time.
All time? There's no way in hell this dude's a comedian, man. Come on, bro. You really out here bringing up sales, bro, to push some form of narrative, bro? Man, all types of people pick up PlayStation. What are you doing to yourself, man? What kind of video is this, bro? We went from console wars to now race wars? Are you serious, bro? This man's out here determining if you black. He's like Joe Biden. You know, you ain't black if you ain't picking up PlayStation. Come on, man.
Of the top 11 best-selling consoles, Sony has
Of
created
all time.
5 of them.
Well done.
If it wasn't for that pesky Switch.
Oh, that pesky Switch. Man, what you got a problem with the Switch, man? I know a few black brothers that support that platform. One goes by the name Play Essence. What are we doing here, man? Like, this dude's out here probably going to say, oh, people like PlayStation because they play NBA 2K and Call of Duty and Madden and Grand Theft Auto. Let's not forget that either.
The PlayStation 5, which was released in 2020, is already sitting in the top 20 of all time.
All time!
Make it clear that Sony's PlayStation has been arguably the best performing console series of all time.
What? Why is he saying it like that? All time. Well done.
After checking this list, I'm not entirely sure that PlayStation isn't competing with Nintendo.
What? PlayStation competing with Nintendo, bro. This dude is the PlayStation Harmon Smith of this community, bro. You gotta be kidding me, man. You out here determining people's race based off the platform they playing on, man. Wait till we get into the games.
Sum it all up. What you're saying is that black people like popular shit. Niggas like cool.
Oh my god. So you're essentially saying black people like things that are popular? Bro, I would go as far to say that every group of ethnicity, nationality only go off things that are popular. I mean, what are we doing here, man? I think that's a lot of people, to be honest with you. I mean, FIFA is predominantly a nationwide game, and yet that game is the most popular sports game that we've ever had. So what are you talking about, man?
Damn it, that PS2 looked a lot better than that clunky piece of shit Xbox.
So now we're starting to understand as to why you made this video, because you said that it was a clunky Xbox. Well, that clunky Xbox was a much more powerful console. There's another reason as to why it didn't outsell the PS2. Let's break down a history lesson, shall we? It was more expensive. It didn't have a DVD player at launch, on top of the fact that PlayStation 1, the PS2, built off the foundation of the PlayStation 1, which had a huge install base with backwards compatibility. So no matter how good the original Xbox was, people was automatically going to upgrade to the PS2 regardless, considering that you got a DVD player, a gaming platform where you could take all your games and accessories. It's pretty common sense as to why the PS2 was more successful than the original Xbox.
Now, when you dig a bit deeper and compare the Xbox 360 sales to the PlayStation 3 specifically, you realize that the sales of the consoles are much closer than in any other generation. PlayStation did outsell the Xbox by roughly 3.4 million, but that is a slim margin when you consider each console sold
of all time
million units. With that being said, the Xbox 360 had more of a pro gamer vibe, whilst the PlayStation felt like it had more of a casual gamer vibe. I would argue in the late aughts to the early 2010s, the average black gamer would fall more into the casual gamer category. That's just my opinion.
So you're essentially saying that the reason why the 360 did well because it had black people that played on it? What?
Shoot the messenger. Go fuck yourself. And this brings me to reason number 2. Game chat. By the 2010s, Xbox had developed a reputation for having racist game chats. And as we all know,
I would have to disagree, because that would go as far to the PlayStation 2. A lot of it stemmed from PC, and then with games like SOCOM. Bro, I was there. I played SOCOM. That game was probably more racist than any Xbox 360 game that I've ever played. And on top of that, you're not understanding that a lot of PlayStation games don't really have multiplayer. I mean, a lot of the games that Sony did have it, but they were very niche. They weren't as popular as the ones that are on Xbox, like Halo, Gears, you name it, Ghost Recons, whatever at the time. So it made perfect sense as to why the 360 community was more toxic in comparison to PlayStation 3. I mean, where the online that was much more superior on that platform.
Some in the internet are a very well-known couple. Unfortunately, this becomes even more true when you add gamer rage into the mix. It would be an understatement to say that Xbox Live had a bit of a racial slur problem. And if you don't believe me, ask my little. Disingenuous to act as if it was exclusive to Xbox Live. But for whatever reason, they became the poster child for white boy gamer rage.
What?
I must admit, there was something about getting called a nigger in a Call of Duty 4 lobby that just hit different.
Bro, they've been doing that since the PlayStation 2, bro. Where have you been, bro? Like, and another thing, too, you don't even know what you're talking about, bro. Racism has always existed as long as online gaming was here, bro. I mean, people are going to say things that people don't want to hear over the internet with their identity not being well known. It's pretty common sense.
It wouldn't be the only place you could hear the sweet sounds of racial slurs, but it would undoubtedly be one of the more memorable ones. This brings me to my last reason for why black people play PlayStation. And that's because of the online service.
What? Black people play on PlayStation because of the online service? Sony hasn't got their online service up to Microsoft until the PlayStation 4. So we know that's a severe cap.
Up until the launch of the PS4 was completely free. And we all know how much niggas love free.
Oh, God. Now he's starting to... Oh, man. I can't believe he just said that. You heard that, black people? You only played on the PS3 because it was free and you didn't have no money. He's trying to say we broke. He's trying to say black people is poor. And the man's black himself. You see that? Oh, we played on PS3. But what's more funny about that kind of goes against your point, because the PS3 at the time when of the time of its release cost way more than the Xbox 360. It was $600. So essentially what you're saying, that black people decided to spend their hard-earned money on a much more premium device than one that you was getting on a 360. But even then, that's so far-fetched, bro. Like, cut it out.
PlayStation Network admittedly has had its flaws, but with the launch of the PS3, the service was completely free. So while you paid $60...
It was also free on PS2 as well. It's funny how you didn't bring that up.
Year or $10 a month to play with your friends on Xbox Live, it was completely free to play on the PlayStation 3. This was especially important because at the time, Black people played 5 titles. And all you
What?
nerds, don't
Let's
go
hear
in the
it.
comments
Let's
saying
hear
how
it.
you're black and you played Skyrim. Nigga, me too. But most black folks play Madden, Street Fighter, NBA.
Oh my! Did he just say most black people play Madden, Street? Okay, go ahead. I knew we was gonna get to this point of the video. And Grand Theft Auto, right?
Live, 2K.
Bro, I know a lot of different people that play these type of games, man. Not just solely black people. What are you doing, bro?
GTA.
I knew GTA. Oh, so all the stereotypical games. You hear that, guys? Only black people play stereotypical games. That's like saying every Spanish person goes pick up FIFA because they like soccer. Or should I say, I'm sorry, Spanish people, football. Because that's what they call it in their country. My apologies.
Like my list, fuck off. Complain in the comments. I won't read them. So at the end of the day...
Well, you definitely going to see this video, man. Make sure you guys share this video to this man, Bryant, because to be honest with you, he out here looking like Reggie, about to get his butt thrown right into the piano.
Left with the question. Is there real credibility to saying that black people prefer the PlayStation? And the answer is, maybe. But either way, I don't know any niggas with an Xbox Series X.
Well, that's you. I mean, the funny thing is, you can see a lot of black content creators that actually promote Xbox. I really don't understand this video, man. You can't base a whole race off what platform they prefer to play on. I mean, gamers are mostly casual nowadays, and the fact that you don't know much about gaming nor its history also stems off the fact that you think that black people only play stereotypical games, guys. You heard this, man? Oh, yeah, you know, you're playing the Madden, the 2Ks, and the Grand Theft Auto, all the stereotypical games that you assume that most black people would play. But unfortunately, to tell you the truth, more other people play those games than blacks themselves. You do know that. That's why a lot of these games are popular, because a lot of different people play them, not just solely black people. Hundreds and different types of people around the world play these games. Is this really even an argument?
My name's Tamir.
I don't care what your name is, man. At the end of the day, we're going to end this video on this note, man. And Reggie, like I said before.
Hey, look! Silence! I can't take this shit no more.